The following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand, Arkansas High School tonight, boys high school basketball as Durand, Arkansas hosts Spring Valley in a Dunn St. Croix matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Panthers are 8-3 overall, 5-0 in the Dunn St. Croix after their 62-30 win over Boyceville. Meanwhile, Spring Valley, they are 3-7 overall, 1-3 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. Now, for Durand, Arkansas, Billy Weisenbeck is leading scorer right now with 14 points a game. Brett Breidung, leading rebounder, 6 rebounds a game. For Spring Valley, Tyler Traynor, the sophomore, he's averaging 11 points a game. And the sophomore, Brady Lamb, is the leading rebounder with about 6 rebounds a game. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, well, we're going to chat with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky about the win over Boyceville and tonight's game against Spring Valley. On the way, on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll tell you who won where and who's playing where with our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand, Arkansas Spring Valley boys basketball game. Let's run down scores on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market's your hometown grocery store. In the Dairyland Conference last night in boys hoops, Cochran Fountain City over Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran 52-51. Alma Center Lincoln over Greenwood Granton 79-39. Osseo Fairchild defeats Blair Taylor 73-52. Alma Pepin over Melrose Mindoro 74-70. Dunn St. Croix Conference last night, Glenwood City, they defeat Luck by a score of 64-39. And in the Middle Border Conference last night in Richmond, they defeat St. Croix Central 73-64. Girls basketball last night in the Dairyland Conference, it was Independence Gilmanton over Cochran Fountain City 64-47. In the Dunn St. Croix Conference, in a game heard here on WRDN, Colfax remains undefeated in the conference, defeating Durand, Arkansas 54-30. Clear Lake over Plum City Elmwood 44-41. Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser defeats Glenwood City 44-36, while it was Boyceville over Mondovi 44-18. High school basketball tonight in boys basketball in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, along with the Durand, Arkansas Spring Valley game. Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser is at Clear Lake. Boyceville travels to Colfax. Plum City Elmwood's hosting Mondovi. Middle Border Conference tonight, Baldwin Woodville at Osceola. Prescott hosting Wausau West. Amory travels to Ellsworth. Altoona is at Medford. Girls basketball tonight in the Dairyland Conference. Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran travels to Oliva Strum. Alma Pepin at Alma Center Lincoln. Melrose Mindoro hosting Blair Taylor. Cochran Fountain City is at Whitehall. Dunn St. Croix Conference girls basketball, Spring Valley hosting Cumberland. And in the Middle Border Conference tonight, Somerset is at Altoona. Baldwin Woodville travels to Amory. Osceola hosting Ellsworth. Prescott is at St. Croix Central. That's what's happening around the area tonight in high school sports. On the way on our Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky about last week's win over Boyceville and also tonight's game against Spring Valley. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview. Brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand, Arkansas Spring Valley boys basketball game. Joining us, Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetsky. And Coach, nice win over Boyceville to stay undefeated earlier in the week. You have to be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely happy with that. Happy how we played up there. Felt we could have finished a little better, but otherwise, I felt as the game went on, we just got stronger and stronger, and our defenses really looked good, really shutting them down and leading some fast break opportunities for us. So I liked how that was looking, and then we had a pretty good week of practice. We had some time off here, good stretch. I felt like we needed to get ourselves in shape a little bit more, and I think we really accomplished that and got after each other and had, like I said, just a good week of practice, and feeling, now we got to get into the big stretch of games in January, February, and we're excited about it, and I think we're in a good spot.
That's the big thing. We're kind of now to the point of the season where the puzzle should be all put together here. You kind of know where you can put everybody in as long as everybody stays healthy. So we have to be at that point, really, at this point of the season.
Yeah, we do, and then it's time to sharpen everything up. You can add a extra this, extra that, but really our base better be there and what we're doing. And now just kind of figuring out how to react on how other teams are trying to beat us, and what they're trying to do, and how we can adjust a little bit of what we do.
Taking on Spring Valley tonight, what do you see in Spring Valley?
Traditional, mainly man-to-man defense out of Spring Valley. They are trying a little bit different Princeton-style offense to start some action for them. Some similar stuff that we were trying to do to start the season and getting into. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with that. I like to see what our pressure can do against them, trying to get them more in a full-court game, and just seeing how their guards can handle some of that. I haven't seen a lot of teams really getting after them yet on film, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with our pressure. They're always a fundamentally sound defensive team, and it's going to be us having to get this thing more in up and down, and not just sit in a half court all night and try to get this thing more of the pace that we want to play with, and I think that'll be in our favor.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetsky. As we are getting farther along in the season, we're undefeated in the conference, so we're in first place. So of course, as the season goes on, that target gets bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
Oh, it definitely does. And just being conference champions the last couple of years, it puts that target on your back. And we talked about that with them, with the guys early in the season. Just that we're going to get, especially start the year, a couple teams came in and just lit us up from three, and then we weathered it and we got the game from them. But we're going to get everybody's best game, and you better be ready to play. And some teams, this can make their season. They might not think, hey, we can't win conference, but hey, let's take down one of those teams that's up there fighting for conference and ruin it for them. So we got to know that teams are coming after us that way and trying to get after us every day. And it makes us better when we can weather those and weather runs like that, and we get those big games out of them and do what we can to be ahead and play well and do what we're supposed to do.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. Good luck, Coach. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetsky on the way. Starting lineups tip-off, Durand, Arkansas, Spring Valley. Coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator, W297CH, Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
No other race is this iconic.
Richard Petty will win the Daytona 500. The Petty crew jumping up and down on pit road. This Daytona 500 has had it all.
No other race is this thrilling.
Truex on the inside, Hamlin on the outside, and too close to call.
No other race is this life-changing.
Trevor Bayne gets the win for the Wood Brothers.
The 68th running of the Daytona 500.
February 15th, starting at 12:30 here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN.
Your computer is a radio. Log on to realcountry1430.com to listen online. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School as we are just a few minutes away from tonight's Durand, Arkansas Spring Valley boys basketball game. I'm Brian Winnikins, and a special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service through our website at realcountry1430.com. We would like to say thank you for your service, and we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. And thank you to Adam Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center, downtown Durand. They are hiring for technicians, and the best part is you get a 3-day weekend every weekend. Visit Adams Super Service downtown Durand for more information on that. Also, streaming audio being brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. Also, welcome to those of you watching our broadcast on our streaming video service at realcountry1430.com. That's in partnership with the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. And also those of you watching as well on the Durand, Arkansas School District YouTube channel and NTech Channel 99. Throughout the night, we'll be thanking our high school sports sponsors. These are the businesses and organizations, just like the few that I've already mentioned, that are bringing you tonight's game. Please thank them, give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts, including 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop. The Riverside Grill offering daily lunch and breakfast specials. That's the Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. O'Galley Cheese Factory with cheese and meat trays available for your get-together. O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25 Durand, and Martin Transport of Mondovi. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. And again, please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast tonight. Well, the Panthers looking to stay undefeated in the Dunn St. Croix Conference tonight, as the Panthers getting closer to the halfway point of their conference schedule as well. Also, a program note, it's already been announced. The game on Friday night is being moved to Thursday. Again, the game on Friday night is being moved to Thursday. It will be part of a doubleheader due to the severe cold that is expected in the weather forecast. So they've already made that decision. So we will have a doubleheader for you on a Thursday night. So keep that in mind, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as well here during our post-game show. As nice, looks like we're going to see some snow here coming up later on tonight and into tomorrow, and relatively decent temperatures, but that is going to change radically by Thursday and Friday. Well, we have our national anthem as we go down courtside.
To defend it, as the Durand, Arkansas Panther Pep Band performs our national anthem.
tonight's national anthem. And so let's give you our starting lineups for tonight. For Spring Valley, they are 1-3 in the Dunn St. Croix, 3-7 overall. Coming out tonight will be number 2, sophomore Tyler Traynor. Number 3, junior Jake Hennick. Number 4, freshman Sam Bauer. Number 5, freshman Jake Cotton. And number 21, senior Colin Bruner. And the Cardinals are in their burgundy uniforms with the white numerals. They will be going from left to right here to start this first half. And now for the Durand, Arkansaw Panthers, 5-0 in the Dunn St. Croix, 8-3 overall. Coming out, number 4, senior Ethan Mack. Number 5, junior Dylan Berger. Number 11, senior Billy Weisenbach. Number 24, senior Max Anderson. And number 33, senior Brett Brydon. And the Panthers in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. And they will be going from right to left here to start this first half. From the JV game earlier tonight, Durand, Arkansas won that game 51-37. Jake Cotton at center will face Billy Weisenbach for our tip-off. The players are ready, the refs ready, the scorekeeper's ready. I'm ready too. Let's play ball. Tipped up, and it's going to be controlled by the Panthers. We are underway. Over to Ethan Mack now. Mack over to Weisenbach. Weisenbach now to Brydon. Back to Weisenbach, top of the key to Berger. Berger, cross-court pass to Brydon. Left wing, 3 ball on the way. Shot no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Berger. Kicks it back out to Mack to Berger now on the right side to Mack now. Mack now over to Brydon. Brydon to Weisenbach. Left corner, 3 ball by Billy Weisenbach to make it 3-0 Panthers. Full court Panther press now. Inbounded to Bauer. And quickly across the timeline to Traynor. And 3 ball on the way. It's good by Cotton. We're tied at 3. Over to Mack now. Mack over to Berger. Back to Mack. Back to Weisenbach. Weisenbach now looking for a cutter. No one there. Cross-court pass now over to Berger. 15-footer by Anderson. Shot no good. Out of bounds off of Weisenbach. It'll go back to Spring Valley. We're tied at 3. Full court Panther press here. And inbounded now to Traynor. Traynor back to Cotton. Here comes the trap. Cross-court pass to Traynor. Traynor now on the far side. Gets across the timeline quickly. And he'll take it himself. Circus shot no good. Rebounded by Brydon. Brydon to Weisenbach. Weisenbach on the right wing. Round the horn we go now. Over to Mack. Mack left wing. Inside to Weisenbach. Weisenbach gets the pass. Shot blocked. Knocked out of bounds. Nice block. No foul by Traynor. So Brydon to inbound it to our left. Tied at 3. Out to Weisenbach, top of the key. Now around the horn we go. Brydon in the right corner. 3 ball on the way. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Cotton. And Cotton now will come across the timeline for the Cardinals. Cross-court pass now over to Traynor. Tied at 3. Bauer now on the left wing. Bauer now looking for a cutter. Now 3 ball on the way from the right corner. Shot no good. And coming up with the rebound is Berger. Berger back the other way. Into the lane. Kicks it back out to the wing. 3 ball. Shot no good. And Anderson with the rebound. Back out to Brydon. Brydon over to Weisenbach. Weisenbach tries to drive inside. Gets cut off in the lane, though. Has to kick it back out to the wing. Coming in from the wing is Mack. Mack kicks it back out to Brydon. Right corner. Over to Mack now. Mack has to retreat back towards center. Around the horn we go now over to Weisenbach. Weisenbach inside to Brydon. Brydon waits, has to kick it back out. The ball is tipped, but Weisenbach comes up with it. Back to Brydon. Brydon now over to Anderson. Anderson to Berger. Berger on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Brydon. Right wing. 3 ball. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Max Anderson. Up and in. 5-3 Panthers. And it'll be a full court Panther press. Inbounded now to Trainer. Trainer's pass intercepted by Briding. Oh, what a nice block, though. Loose ball, and the Cardinals come up with it, and then the Panthers come up with it, and then the Cardinals come up with it, and then there's a foul. And the foul will be on the Panthers. It'll be on Mack, and so it'll go back to Spring Valley. Inbounded to Trainer. And Trainer now across the timeline for the Cardinals. 5-3 Panthers, 14:54 remaining in the first half. Over to Hannock. Hannock now has to kick it back out to the top of the key now, over to Cotton. Cotton with Weisenbeck in his face, passes it off to Hannock. Hannock now back over to Cotton, top of the key. 3 ball on the way, shot good by Bauer. 6-5 Cardinals. And across the timeline now is Mack. Mack over to Berger. Berger cross-court pass over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now to Anderson. Kicks it back out to the wing. Back inside to Anderson. Bounce pass now inside. Driving down the lane is Ethan Mack, up and in. Panthers back up in front, 7-6. Over to Cotton. Cotton cross-court pass to Hannock on the far side. Not across the timeline. Over to Cotton. Cotton now will get across the timeline. And over to Trainer now. Trainer. Bounce pass to Cotton. Round the horn we go. Over to Bauer now. Bauer to Cotton in the left corner. Now out to the wing. Back out to the top of the key to Trainer. Now on the right wing to Hannock. Hannock. Bounce pass over to Trainer. Staying back on the outside now is Cotton. Cotton left wing. Drives into the lane. Stop. Can't take the shot. Loses the ball. Weisenbeck comes up with it. Weisenbeck back the other way now for the Panthers. Over to the top of the key now. Back to Mack. Cross-court pass now to Berger. Berger into the corner to Bryden. Bryden left corner. 3-ball shot, no good. And tipped out of bounds by Spring Valley. It'll stay Panther ball. 7-6 Panthers lead. And Bryden to inbound it. Looking. Inbounds it now to Mack. Mack puts up the 3 shot, no good. Bryden whistle as he takes a shot. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Trainer. And going to the line for 2 is Bryden. Thank you to Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. First free throw on the way is good. The Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent, is serving Durand and Chippewa Falls. American Family Insurance. Insurance that fits your needs. And Ryan's Sports Shop. Ice fishing's here. Ryan's Sports Shop has all of your ice fishing needs, making hunting, fishing, and outdoor activities fun since 2006. It's Ryan's Sports Shop, downtown Durand. Next free throw by Bryden underway is good. He makes them both to make it 9-6 Panthers. And inbounded now to Hannock. Across the timeline comes Cotton. Cotton nearly lost the ball, but gets it over to Hannock. Now into the corner. And a 3-ball on the way from the top of the key. Rims out, no good. Whistle foul. Foul will be on number 21, Bruner. And so inbounded now to Berger across the timeline. And kick it back out. Now over to Kraleski, who was in. Back to Berger. Berger, left corner, 3-ball shot, no good. And it's going to be off of Weisenbeck. It'll go back to the Cardinals. And so inbounded now to Cotton. Cotton gets it over to Hannock. Hannock across the timeline and tries to kick it back out now. Over to Cotton. Round the horn we go. Over to Trainer. Trainer drives in from the left wing. Shot no good. Underlaid it. Rebounded by Berger. Loses the ball. Look out. And we are going to get what is called a jump ball. So it will go back to the Cardinals. People were diving for it and the whole deal. And So inbounding it on the far side, inbounded to Trainer now. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Cardinals. Panthers lead 9-6. Over to Hannock. Hannock now around the horn we go to Bauer. Back out to Cipriano. Cipriano, top of the key now. Hands it off to Trainer. Trainer comes back out towards the top of the key. Bounce pass inside. Hannock driving in from the left wing. Puts up the shot up and in. Got the give and go coming in from the left wing. 9-8 Panthers. Kraleski across the timeline now over to Berger. Berger to Bryda. Pass intercepted. Oh, can't hang on to it. As pass intended for Weisenbeck, intercepted by Cipriano, but he couldn't hang on to it. Goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers. And so now inbounding it is Bryden. Bryden to our left. Tries to inbound it to Fuentes. Fuentes kicks it back out now to Kraleski. Kraleski back to Fuentes. Inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck, right baseline shot put up. No good. Rebounded by Fuentes. Puts up the shot. Count it. And the foul. Foul will be on number 21. That's going to be on Bruner. That'll be his second. Going to line to complete the three-point play is Fuentes. As Mack comes back in, Berger goes out. Anderson coming in for Weisenbeck. So Fuentes will try to complete the three-point play here. Panthers leading 11-8. And free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Anderson tried to rebound it and goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals. Full court Panther press now. And inbounded to Hannock. Hannock back to Cipriano to Hannock. Back to Cipriano. To Hannock. And across the timeline, out of bounds though. As Bauer was stepping out of bounds, it'll go back to the Panthers. So inbounded now to Mack. And across the timeline. Back to Kraleski. Kraleski now into the corner to Mack. No shot travel. And so inbounded now is Cipriano. Will inbound it to Hannock. Hannock now to Bengston. Bengston back to Hannock. Hannock quickly across the timeline for the Cardinals. Around the horn we go. 11-8 Panthers lead. 10:55 remaining in the half. Cipriano back at center. Now a cross-court pass over to Bengston. Down to the wing now to Cipriano. Cipriano looking for a cutter, can't find one. Loose ball, and it's going to be off of Anderson. Anderson tried to make the interception, but couldn't hang on to it. And so now inbounded to Trainer. He'll have to come back across the timeline for the Cardinals. And he does. And now hands it off to Hannock. Hannock top of the key. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. Fuentes diving for it. Comes up with it and gets it to Anderson. Anderson to Mack. To Kraleski. Kraleski, though, says come back outside. Around the horn we go now to Mack. Mack over to Bryden. Bryden left wing. To Mack. Mack back at center. Over to Fuentes. Fuentes left wing fakes the three. To Mack now. Cross-court pass to Kraleski on the right side. To Fuentes, right wing. Now to Mack. Mack tries to drive inside us, kick it back out to Kraleski. Kraleski now over to Bryden. Bryden to Anderson. Anderson free throw line kicks it over to Mack. He'll drive in from the left corner. Loose ball. Bryden comes back up with it. Three ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Kraleski. Dives in over. Lays it no good. Bryden, though, with the putback, gets the shooter's roll. And timeouts. Timeouts. Timeout, Spring Valley. And a 60-second timeout. Thank you to Durand Napa. Farmers visit Durand Napa for all of the custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and parts you need to keep your equipment running this winter on the farm with Napa know-how from Durand Napa. Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa, Madison Street, Durand. Annabeth Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealers. Highway 25 at Durand. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services For new construction and home repairs, call Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service at 672-8224. Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Gunderson Whitehall. And Thrivent Financial, downtown Durand. Your Thrivent Financial advisors are Tracy Fairweather and Carrie Scott at 114 West Main Street, Durand. Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight at Durand, Arkansas High School. 13-8 Panthers lead. 9:40 remaining in the first half. Cardinals have the ball and inbounded to a Trainer, nearly stolen. Over to Bengtson. Bengtson quickly across the timeline now. Over to Hannock. Hannock on the right wing now to Cipriano. Cipriano to Bengtson on the right wing. Inside a pass here to Bauer. Bauer puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Kroleski. Bomb to Mack. Mack up and in. Mack got behind everybody. And it was easy basket on the transition. 15-8 Panthers. Full court Panther press. And out to Trainer. Trainer quickly across the timeline. Nice pass inside to Bauer. Count it. Foul. Foul will be on Anderson. Completing the working to complete the three-point play will be Sam Bauer. And the free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Anderson. Anderson now to Mack. Mack quickly across the timeline for the Panthers. Cross-court pass to Kroleski on the right far side. Over to Fuentes. Fuentes top of the key to Kroleski. Kroleski now to Berger. To Kroleski. Playing catch on the outside here. Fuentes now a left wing. Inside to Kroleski on the left baseline. Tries to drive inside. Does a circus move. Shot no good. It rimmed out. Rebounded by Trainer. Trainer now over to Cipriano. Cipriano not across the timeline. Now gets across the timeline for the Cardinals. Panthers lead 15-10. Cipriano's pass loses it. Tried to get it inside. Intercepted by Anderson. Anderson to Mack. Oh, wow. Over behind the back pass to Kroleski. Up and in. And here comes the trap. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Fuentes. His first, and so inbounding it to our left will be Cipriano. 17-10 Panthers lead, 8:08 remaining in the first half. And inbounded to Bengtson. Bengtson cannot hang on to the ball. He was trying to go up court on the sideline on the near side, and he steps out of bounds. It's Panther ball. Fuentes to inbound it. And inbounds it to Kroleski. Kroleski across the timeline to Mack. Over to Berger on the right wing. Staying on the outside now. Three ball on the way by Kroleski. Oh, from that right wing. Up and in. And Cipriano now inbounds it to Cotton. Cotton now. Pass is knocked down by Anderson. Coming up with the loose ball is Mack. Mack over to Kroleski. Kroleski drives in from the left corner. Up and over. Lays it. No good. And rebounded by Cotton. Cotton back to Cipriano. 20-10 Panthers. 7:29 remaining in the half. Over to Bengtson. Bengtson now back to Cipriano from the right wing. Drives inside, puts up the shot. No good. And a loose ball, and Anderson comes up with it. Anderson back over to Berger. Berger across the timeline for the Panthers now. Mack, right wing, thought about the three, said it better not do that. Cross-court pass to Fuentes, left wing. He head fakes the three. Now to Anderson. Anderson inside, up and in. 10-foot jump shot, good. 22-10 Panthers. Inbounded to Cotton now. Cotton over to Bengtson. Bengtson will get across the timeline. Here comes the trap. Nope, no trap. Back over to Cotton. Round the horn we go now for the Cardinals. That is Hannock. Hannock on the left wing. Cross-court pass now over to Trainer. Down to the right wing to Cipriano. Top of the key now is Trainer. Three ball on the way. Shot no good. Crashing the glasses. Bengtson puts up the shot. Whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for two. Foul will be on Anderson. And so going to the line for 2 is Bankston. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations and your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorial. Visit GoodrichFH.com for more information. First free throw, no good. Elsivia, your certified Cenex Roubaix Fieldmaster distributor, is Elsivia of Durand. SFB, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. And Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. First free throw was no good. Next free throw on the way is good. So Bankston makes the second one to make it 22-11. Panthers, 6:31 remaining. Brydung back in and will inbound it to Mack. Also Weisenbeck back in for the Panthers as well. Mack across the timeline now over to Brydung. Brydung now to Berger. Berger to Brydung on the right wing to Mack. Mack tries to drive in from the wing, can't do it. Has to kick it back out to Brydung. Now to Krolewski. Krolewski on the left wing. Down to Berger. Inside to Brydung. He'll drive left baseline, kicks it back out. High-low, here we go! 3 ball by Mack. Timeout. Timeout, Spring Valley. 6:03 remaining. Panthers leading 25-11. And thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Give Sundstrom a call at 672-4425 and schedule that appointment today or visit them online. Also, Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service at Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. And Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And St. Associates, your auto owners agents, downtown Durand. And Jerry Bear & Sons, where you're invited to enter or be a part of the feed purchase program, or when you purchase 13 or 12 bags of either equine or poultry feed, you can get that 13th bag free from Jerry Bear & Sons. Highway 25, next to Annabis Silo, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here at Durand, Arkansas High School tonight. 25-11, Panthers lead. And so inbounding it right now will be Cotton. Cotton inbounds it now to Hannock. Back to Cotton. Full court Panther press again. Back to Hannock. Hannock now over to Trainer. Bomb back the other way now to Cotton, but he can't take the shot. Stolen. And coming up with it is Mack. Mack back the other way now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck traveled. Goes back to the Cardinals. And so inbounding it on the far side will be Cotton. Cotton looking, still looking. Better hurry, and nearly intercepted, but Hanna comes up with it on the far side on the left wing. Driving in now is Cotton, puts up the shot, partially blocked. Weisenbeck comes up with it. Weisenbeck across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Berger now. Berger back to Mack. Mack back towards center. Now over to Brydung. Brydung on the left wing. To Mack, to Brydung. Cross-court pass now to Berger. Berger on the right wing. Over to Krolewski. Round the horn we go now over to Mack. Mack, 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Cotton. Cotton across the timeline for the Cardinals. Panthers leading 25-11. 4:59 remaining in the first half. Over to Hannock. Hannock now back to Trainer. Trainer over to Bruner. Round the horn we go to Bauer. Bauer now back over to Cotton. Cotton on the right wing. Left wing now, 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Mack. Mack on the far side across the timeline for the Panthers. Now to Berger. Inside to Weisenbeck in the lane. He's got to kick it out to the wing now to Krolewski. Drives in right baseline. Now dishes it off to Mack. Mack fighting the traffic up and in by Ethan Mack. On the left post. 27-11 Panthers. Over to Cotton. Cotton across the timeline now for the Cardinals. Cotton now bounce pass over to Trainer on the right wing. Back to the top of the key. Round the horn we go over to Hannock. Now left wing. 3 ball shot no good. And rebounded, coming up with a loose ball is Trainer. Trainer with the putback, up and in. And 27-13, Panthers. 3:55 remaining in the half. Across the timeline we go. Over to Brydon now. Brydon back to Krolewski. Over to Mack. Mack left corner. Drives left baseline. Has to kick it back out to Brydon. Brydon to Weisenbeck in the lane. Nice pass inside to Mack. Mack can't hang on to it. He actually traveled before losing the ball. It'll go back to the Cardinals. And so Bankston now in. Fuentes coming in for Mack. 3:40 remaining in the half. Panthers lead 27-13. And so inbounded now to Hannock. Hannock back to Bankston. Here comes the trap. Bankston cross-court pass now to Hannock. Hannock gets it across the timeline. Long pass into the right corner. 3-ball! And the 3-ball by Trainer. Up and in. 27-16 now. Panthers. Berger across the timeline now over to Krolewski. Krolewski now back to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck over to Berger. Berger 3-ball from the right wing is good. 30-16 Panthers. Over to Hannock now. And Hannock now. Not across the timeline. Now gets across the timeline. Here comes the trap. Gets it back over to Bankston. Bankston now over to Hannock. Hannock drives in from the left wing. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Fuentes. Fuentes on the far side. Quickly back the other way for the Panthers. Weisenbeck, top of the key. Traveled. Hesitated on the three. Had faked the three, but traveled. And so it goes back to the Cardinals. And so inbounding it on the far side is Bankston. Bankston inbounds it now to Hannock. And quickly back the other way, nearly intercepted. And messing that whole play up was Krolewski and managed to get Trainer to be the last to touch it. It goes out of bounds, Panther ball. 2:36 remaining in the half, 30-16, Panthers lead. Our Insane Associates and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. As cross timeline now to Fuentes. Fuentes to Brydon. Brydon now over to Berger. Back to Weisenbeck, top of the key now to Krolewski. Krolewski has to retreat back towards center. Inside to Weisenbeck. He loses the ball off his foot. Coming up with a loose ball is Trainer. Trainer. Bounce pass over to Bankstrom. Bankstrom line drives in, up and in. Bankston coming in from that wing and up and in. And quickly across the timeline now. And 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Crash on the glass is Brydon. 3-ball was from Berger. Now another 3-ball by Krolewski. Shot no good. And Fuentes crashed on the glass. It'll be off of him, though. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers. Under 2 minutes remaining. 30-18, Panthers lead. And inbounded now to Bankston. Bankston back over to Cipriano. Cipriano gets it over to Bauer. Bauer across the timeline, throws it out of bounds. As looks like he was looking for Bruner, but pass out of bounds, goes back to the Panthers. And inbounded now to Berger. Berger across the timeline, over to Krolewski. Back to Fuentes. Fuentes now over to Brydon. Brydon on the left wing to Fuentes at top of the key. Now to the right wing to Krolewski. Krolewski looking for a cutter. No one there to Weisenbeck, top of the key. Weisenbeck now to Krolewski, right wing. He's going to try to drive inside. Kicks it over to Brydon from the left wing. Brydon drives in, up and in. They both came in from the respective wings at the same time. 32-18 Panthers. And here comes the trap off of... nice job by Brydon to knock the ball off of Bankston. It goes back to the Panthers. So Fuentes to inbound it. And inbounded to Krolewski now. Krolewski across the timeline. Back to Fuentes. Fuentes over to Brydon. To Fuentes. Cross-court pass now over to Berger. Berger over to Brydon on the right wing. Around the horn we go. Now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck in the middle. But he's outside of the lane. Now inside to Berger. Drives inside. Puts up the shot. Up and in.
That was Berger, who was driving the lane and just got the pass inside and up and in. 34-18 Panthers, nearly intercepted by Kraleski. And it's going to be off of the Cardinals. And so it'll go back to the Panthers again. Panthers causing all kinds of problems on that inbound pass. And so Breiding to inbound it, 36 seconds remaining. Inbounded to Kraleski to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key, long two, up and in. Billy Weisenbeck just said, wow, I think I got an open shot. I'm going to take it. 27 seconds remaining. Inbounded to Trainer. And whistle. Over and back. Over and back. And so it'll be 30-second timeout. Durand, Arkansas. With 21 seconds remaining, they want to go for the last shot. Thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chen Fitz-Smith Funeral Home serving the Mondover area. Learn about pre-planning funeral services by visiting chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bauer Built Tire. Let Bauer Built take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Call them for an appointment at 672-8300 or visit them online at bauerbuilt.com. And The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Visit The Cottage, downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight at Durand, Arkansas High School. Panthers leading 36-18. They have the ball. And so Breidung to inbound it on the far side. Inbounded to Kraleski. Kraleski now over to Berger. Panthers going for the last shot to Breidung. Breidung now over to Fuentes, right wing. Cross-court pass now over to Berger. Around the horn we go. Breidung, top of the key. 3-ball shot, no good. And Fuentes with the rebound. Whistle and a foul. With 4 seconds remaining. Foul will be on number 4. It's going to be on Bauer. And so Panthers will get another whack at it here with 4.8 seconds left. And Breidung to inbound it. Breidung inbounds it to Berger. Berger puts up the shot, no good, loose ball. Cardinals come up with it, put up a long 3, off the rim, no good. We're at halftime. And Panthers leading 36-18. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and Ansay & Associates Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by Ansay & Associates, your local auto owner's insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. 1 year into a second term, President Trump making a rare appearance in the White House press briefing room. The president asked if his push to take over Greenland would lead to the dissolvement of NATO.
I think something's going to happen that's going to be very good for everybody. Nobody's done more for NATO than I have, as I said before, in every way.
But investors selling America on Trump's tariff threats, the Dow plummeting 870 points. A federal grand jury serving subpoenas to Minnesota's governor, the state's attorney general, the mayors of Minneapolis and St. Paul, and the county prosecutors for both cities. Sources say the investigation centers around whether those Democratic elected officials have been obstructing federal law enforcement. Southern Command says the U.S. has seized a 7th oil tanker, and a judge in New Mexico has released Timothy Busfield after a pretrial detention hearing. The West Wing actor and director facing felony counts of child sex abuse. This is ABC News.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Farmers, you're invited to the Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference presented by Security Financial Bank, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire. Come meet with local agriculture experts and learn strategies to grow your bottom line. Only $30 to attend. Lunch is included. To register, visit sfbank.com. The Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire, presented by Security Financial Bank. Bankers who believe in agriculture. Member FDIC.
It's expected Packers coach Matt LaFleur will interview a number of defensive coordinator candidates. I'm Bill Scott with sports. According to reports, Eagles defensive backs passing game coordinator Christian Parker and Vikings defensive backs passing game coordinator Durand Jones are already lined up for interviews as the Packers look to replace Jeff Hafley, who was hired as Miami's new head coach. There's a number of additional candidates that could get interviews, including Packers defensive line coach DeMarcus Covington, former Badger player and coach Jim Leonard, Bears defensive backs coach Al Harris, and former Atlanta head coach Raheem Morris. A pair of Hall of Famers will join the Brewers' Wall of Honor this year. CeCe Sabathia and the late Dave Parker, who were both inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown last summer, will be honored on Friday, May 8th, when the Brewers host the Yankees. And the Hockey Badgers dropped from 2nd to 5th in the latest college hockey polls after being swept by Michigan State last weekend. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
Logano says consistency will be key. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
We are the voice of NASCAR, the Motor Racing Network.
They're 3 wide, they're 4 wide. Brad Keselowski around the outside. He's got the lead by half a car length. Here comes Kyle Larson.
ARCA Whelen Modifieds, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series all race here.
Ryan Blaney goes all the way from the bottom to the top to the bottom. Now back to the top. He'll clear Chase Elliott.
The voice of NASCAR is the Motor Racing Network.
Hi, folks. Kyle Petty here. I want to tell you about a place that's dear to my heart, Victory Junction. It's a year-round camp that gives kids with complex medical and physical conditions life-changing experiences that are fun, empowering, and always free for families. Please help Victory Junction support kids who need it the most by making a donation today. Any amount will help kids attend camp for free. Help make a difference by visiting victoryjunction.org/donate.
All 3 of Joey Logano's NASCAR Cup Series championships, starting with his first in 2018, were won under the most recent playoff format. Now that the chase has been revived and is bringing changes for 2026, what does the Team Penske pilot foresee for this year's title hunt?
I think with the amount of points that the winner is going to get from the regular season and the top 2 cars will have, there's 25 points there, 30, by the time you know it, you're 40 points back. To start, you're going to have a pretty incredible chase to close that up on what was the season's best cars. Pretty tough to do. So you're going to have to be consistent throughout the whole year if you want to win the championship.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB, bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School halftime as Panthers leading 36-18. Earlier tonight in the JV game, Durand, Arkansas won that game 51-37. Of course, little dribblers out on the court right now at halftime, and that's going to be wrapping that up as Spring Valley coming back out. And for the Panthers, looks like Ethan Mack, one of the leading scorers with 9. Brydung has 6. Kraleski has 5, and Berger has 5. We have second quarter action here, or second half action coming up next. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball here on WRDN Durand.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Turn your smartphone into a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School as wrapping up halftime with the Panthers leading by a score of 36-18. Panthers, they will be going from left to right, and Spring Valley right to left here for this second half. Panthers will be getting the ball to start the second half as well. All right, so Brydung to inbound it on the far side. And inbounds it to Mack. We're back underway. Brydung now on the left wing inside to Anderson. Anderson to Weisenbeck, driving the lane. Gets cut off. Kicks it back off to Anderson. Anderson from the free throw line. Shot no good. Crash on the glasses. Berger. Berger inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck puts up the shot. No good. Overlaid it. And rebounded by Cotton. Back the other way come the Cardinals. And Cotton now with Weisenbeck in his face. Whistle foul. Look out. Oh, and Weisenbeck is down. He hit Brydung. And they were both going for the ball. Foul is going to be on Brydung, by the way. And Weisenbeck says, no, I'll be fine. And so inbounded now to Hannock. Hannock now hands it off to Bauer. Bauer back to Hannock on the left wing. Hannock now looking for a cutter. No one there. Top of the key now to Bruner. Bruner tries to drive inside from the wing. Kicks it back out to Trainer. Trainer puts up a three-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung to Berger. Berger across the timeline now over to Mack. Mack left wing. Now to Brydung. Brydung over to Berger. To Mack, cross-court pass to Brydung. Brydung inside now to Anderson. Anderson tried to get it inside to Weisenbeck, knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. It'll stay Panther ball. And so Brydon to inbound it. Inbounds it to Anderson. Anderson back out to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key now to Berger. Berger to Weisenbeck at center. Now to Mack, left wing to Weisenbeck, top of the key to Mack, left wing. Left baseline now to Anderson. Cross-court pass to Brydon, driving in on the right side of the lane, up and in. Brydon on the right side of that lane, just came right on down, got that pass, and had the easy shot. Inbounded to Cotton now. 38-18 Panthers. And still, and not across the timeline. Weisenbeck knocks the pass down to Brydon. Brydon over to Mack. Mack now. Cross-court pass to Brydon. Right wing. 3-ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Cotton. Bomb back the other way to Trainer. Trainer lays it up and it'll whistle and a foul. No good. Foul will be on Berger. And going to the line will be Trainer for 2. Thank you to the JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. First free throw on the way, no good. Durand Fresh Market. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com. Download the Durand Fresh Market app. Get weekly and daily specials from your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Second free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Berger. Berger to Brydon across the timeline quickly for the Panthers, leading 38-18. Now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck back to Berger at center. Berger to Mack now on the left wing. Back to Berger at center. To Mack left wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Loose ball. Brydon comes up with it. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Berger 3-ball. Dylan Berger with the 3 to make it 41-18 Panthers. And stolen. Oh, Berger nearly had a chance to steal it from Cotton, but he couldn't regain control before it went out of bounds. It'll stay Cardinal ball. And so now Cotton to inbound it on the far side. And quickly to Trainer. Quickly back the other way, stolen. And back the other way come the Panthers. Mack with that initial steal now over to Berger. Berger right wing, 3-ball! Berger with another big 3. And quickly back the other way now come the Cardinals. Panthers leading 44-18. Cotton now back at center over to Bauer. Inside pass now back to Cotton. Cotton let's kick it back out. Top of the key. 3-ball on the way is good by Bauer to make it 44-21 Panthers. Across the timeline now to Brydon. Brydon to Berger to Brydon at center. Mack now on the left wing. Bounce pass inside to the left baseline to Anderson. Anderson over through Brydon. Over and back out of bounds. So we'll go back to the Cardinals. And pass nearly intercepted, but Trainer comes up with it. Trainer quickly back the other way. Takes it the rest of the way up and in. Trainer's like, I'm not passing it to anyone. I'm just going to go right down the lane. 44-23 Panthers. Across the timeline comes Mack. Mack now to Brydon. Brydon on the left wing. Round the horn we go. Mack bounce pass inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now tried to get it over to Brydon, but instead throws it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals. And over to Cotton now. We'll inbound it. Cotton looking, still looking. And knocked down by Mack. Mack over to Brydon. Brydon back to Berger. Berger to Anderson, top of the key. Mack right wing. Now to Weisenbeck, right corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And tip. Coming up with it is Berger. Berger stop, shot, foul. And he'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Bruner. And so Berger to shoot 2. And thank you to Numbers R Us, your daily money managers. 3rd Avenue West Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093. Learn how a daily money manager can help your family. You can also visit Rhonda online at numbersrs.com or on Facebook as well. Durand Smokehouse. For all of your grilling needs, visit Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. Ask about the beef and pork bundles too. First free throw was good. Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Healthcare your way. Learn more at provisions.health. Second free throw by Berger, no good. And rebounded by the Cardinals. Quickly back the other way come the Cardinals. 45-23, 3-ball on the way. Rims out, no good. Tip. And coming up with the loose ball is Trainer whistling a foul as he tried to take a shot. Foul will be on Berger. So shooting 2 will be Trainer. Panthers lead 45-23, 13:53 remaining in the game. First free throw was good. Second free throw on the way by Trainer is good. He makes them both. And we get a timeout. Timeout Spring Valley with 13:53 remaining. And Panthers leading by 20, 45-25. Thank you to 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Learn more. Visit wwt.coop and Riverside Grill. Visit Riverside Grill for your daily lunch and breakfast specials. Don't forget about that Friday fish fry too. Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight at Durand, Arkansaw High School. Again, Panthers leading 45-25. Panthers will get the ball here after the timeout. And inbounded to Berger. We're back underway. So Berger across the timeline now for the Panthers. Fuentes now in the right wing. Round the horn we go now. Over to Berger. Right corner. 3-ball shot. No good. And rebounded by Cotton. Cotton quickly back the other way for the Cardinals. Dishes it back to the outside. Trainer. Now back out to the top of the key to Cotton. Cotton now over to Trainer. Trainer right wing. Trainer bounce pass that inside to Bruner. Bruner tries to drive right baseline. Kicks it back out to the top of the key to Bauer. Round the horn we go now over to Cotton. Cotton left wing. Cotton now top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Brydung. Brydung to Fuentes. Fuentes quickly across the timeline for the Panthers. Inside to Anderson. Kicks it back out to Berger. Berger driving the left side of the lane. Up and in. Berger has 14 on the night for the Panthers. Over to Cotton now, 47-25 Panthers. As coming in finally across the timeline is Cotton. Cotton now over to Trainer left wing, back to Cotton. Cotton to Trainer. Trainer back towards center. Hands it off to Hannock. Hannock over to Trainer. Trainer kicks it back out to the wing to Bauer. Nearly lost it. Has to get it back over to Trainer now. Trainer over to Hannock on the right wing. Uh-oh, look out. And over and back. So it'll go back to the Panthers on the over and back. And so inbounding it in front of us is Kroleski, who inbounds it to Berger. Berger to Fuentes. Fuentes over to Brydung. Brydung left wing, directing traffic now over to Kroleski. Kroleski right wing. Brydung fakes the 3 at the top of the key to Anderson. Anderson now to Kroleski. On the right wing, inside to Anderson. Anderson tries to put up a shot, whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 21, and that's going to be on Bruner, his 4th. So going to line for 2 is Anderson. Thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory, featuring homemade pizza. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. Also, Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. First free throw was good. Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org for more information on that. Anderson makes them both. Let's make it 49-25 Panthers. And nearly stolen. It was stolen by Berger, but then he tried to get it inside, but intercepted. And it's intercepted by the Cardinals. Trainer with the interception. And across the timeline comes the Cardinals. Inside to Bruner. Bruner puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson quickly across the timeline to Berger. Berger drives left baseline into lane. Puts up the shot. Whistle. Foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 21. That's going to be on Bruner. That should be number 5. He is done for the night. So Bruner fouls out, and Toby Schaefer will come in and take his spot. Going to the line for 2 will be Brydon. Thank you to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving Durand and the Chippewa Falls areas. American Family Insurance, insurance that fits your needs. Also, Ryan's Sports Shop Ice Fishing is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs, making hunting, fishing, and outdoor activities fun since 2006. Ryan's Sports Shop, downtown Durand. First free throw on the way is good. Weisenbeck is back in, by the way, for the Panthers. 50-25, Panthers lead. And next free throw on the way is good. Makes them both. So inbounded now to Trainer. Trainer bounce pass over to Bankston. Bankston now can't hang on to it as he throws it to Cipriano. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Panther ball. And so inbounded now to Mack. Mack across the timeline now over to Fuentes. Fuentes right wing back to Mack. Around the horn we go over to Brydon. Brydon pass inside intercepted. And coming up with it was Cipriano. Back the other way now. Cipriano on the right wing. Back towards center. And he tries to pass it off. And then the pass is intercepted. But then Cipriano steals it back the other way. Kroleski had the steal, but then lost it, going back the other way. So Cipriano now. Cross-court pass over to Bankston. Bankston now to Bauer. Bauer left wing. Bauer looking for a cutter. No one there. Cipriano now on the left wing. Fakes left, goes right now. He's back towards center. Now he tries to drive inside. Bounce pass over to Bauer. Bauer now to Bankston. Bankston left wing tries to drive inside. Fuentes nearly stole it from him. Cross-court pass over to Trainer. Trainer right wing now. Back to Cipriano. Cipriano in the right corner. Comes back out towards center. Now passes it out to Bankston. Pass inside. Tip. Finally coming up with it was Brydon. Brydon to Mack. Mack lays it up and in on the big transition. 53-25 now Panthers. And across the timeline now comes Trainer. 10-17 remaining. Pass now over to Cipriano. Kicks it into the corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kroleski. Kroleski pushes it up court quickly. Has to let everybody go by him, though. Over to Weisenbeck now. Weisenbeck right wing. Kroleski top of the key. Tries to drive inside. Kicks it out to Fuentes. Fuentes to Weisenbeck right corner. Back to Fuentes. Fuentes to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key over to Brydon. Brydon left corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kroleski. Kroleski has to retreat back out to Fuentes on the right wing. Weisenbeck top of the key. Hesitates, tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Back to Fuentes. Fuentes cross-course pass coming up with the backup was Mack. Now to Brydon. Brydon to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck tries to drive inside. Loses the ball. But Kroleski comes up with it. Goes along the baseline. Escapes. And gets it back out to Mack. Mack over to Fuentes. Fuentes now to Brydon. Brydon inside to Mack. Mack over. Lays it. No good. Loose ball. It's going to be off of Spring Valley. It'll stay Panther ball. 53-25 Panthers lead. 9:13 remaining here in the game. Coming in for the Panthers, Dayton Jamison now. Coming in for Brydon. So inbounding it now will be Kraleski. And Kraleski looking, and out to Fuentes, back at center. Fuentes now to Jamison. Jamison right wing. Jamison now inside to Weisenbeck, intercepted. Intercepted by Bankston. And Bankston across the timeline now for the Cardinals. Over to Hannock. Hannock now tries to drive inside, can't do it. Kicks it back out to the lane. Inside pass to Schaefer. Schaefer has to kick it back to the outside. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Fuentes. Fuentes to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck across the timeline now. Round the horn we go. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now to Fuentes. Fuentes on the wing. Now to Weisenbeck, top of the key. Back to Kraleski. And a travel on Kraleski. It'll go back to the Cardinals. .8:28 remaining in the game. 53-25 Panthers. And inbounded now to Trainer. Trainer across the timeline now over to Schaefer. Schaefer top of the key. Schaefer really doesn't have anybody to drive to. He has to retreat back out now. And Weisenbeck, tried to mug him. And that's a foul. And that'll be Weisenbeck's first. So inbounding it on the far side will be Cotton. Cotton inbounded, inbounds it to Trainer. Trainer will have to bring it up across the timeline once again. Trainer now to Cotton. Cotton back at center now. Inside to Trainer. Trainer on the left baseline comes out to the wing. Bounce pass inside, intercepted. Intercepted by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck lets everybody go by. And across the timeline now, Jamison. Right wing, 3-ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bankston. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Jamison. And so inbounded now to Trainer. Trainer across the timeline now over to Bankston. Bankston back to Cotton. Cotton over to Trainer. Trainer now to Hannock. Hannock around the horn we go over to Bankston. Bankston on the right wing. Bankston looking for a cutter. No one there now. Back to Trainer. Trainer tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Cotton. And a cross-court pass back over to Bankston. Bankston hands it off to Trainer. Trainer now top of the key. Bounce pass to the left wing to Hannock. Hannock now has to get it into the corner to Bankston. Bankston whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Fuentes. 7:05 remaining in the game. 53-25 Panthers leading. And inbounding it will be Trainer now to our left. So Trainer to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Cotton. Cotton over to Turner. Turner back to Trainer. Trainer on the right wing. Now gets it back out towards center to Bankston. Inside pass to Turner. Turner can't hang on to it. He tried to get it, looks like to Marco. He couldn't hang on to it, so it goes out of bounds. Panther ball. So inbounded to Mack. Again, 53-25. Panthers lead. 6:45 remaining in the game. Over to Kraleski now. Kraleski back to Mack. Mack on the right wing now to Weisenbeck. Right corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Jamison. Shot no good. Rebounded by Trainer. And across the timeline now, Trainer come down to the right wing. Trainer now hands it off to Cotton. Cotton puts up a shot. No good. Tip. Weisenbeck with the rebound. Weisenbeck with the bomb to Mack. Mack up and in. Mack has 13 on the night. 55-25 Panthers. Back the other way now comes Marco for Spring Valley. 3-ball on the way is good by Cotton for the 3. Across the timeline now is Mack. And Mack now back at center. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Jamison. Jamison looking for a cutter. No one there now. Over to Mack. Mack left corner. Long cross-court pass to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck right corner. Now down to the right baseline. To Mack to Jamison. Jamison high pass into the crowd. And so Weisenbeck and Krolewski come out. Fuentes also comes out. Let's see who we got coming in here for the Panthers now. Number 32, Matthew Diepenbrock is in. Anderson is also in now for the Panthers. And so across the timeline now, over to Bauer. Bauer bounce pass now over to Bankston. Bankston and now inside to Turner. Turner kicks it back out to the wing. He'll try to drive right baseline, puts up the shot. Whistle and a foul. They'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Berger. Thank you to Durand Napa. Farmers visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and all the parts you need to keep the equipment running during the winter on the farm. With Napa know-how from Durand Napa. First free throw, no good. Riverside Plaza open for all of your car care needs. Your Napa Car Care Center, Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa, downtown Durand. And next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by the Cardinals. Bankston with the rebound. Over to Cotton now. Cotton kicks it back out to the top of the key now. Over to Bauer. 55-28, Panthers lead, 5 minutes remaining. Knocked out of bounds by Diepenbrock. Also in for the Panthers now, Drake Peterson is in. And so inbounded now to Marco. Around the horn we go now, over to Cotton. Cotton, left wing, 3-ball by Cotton. 55-31, Panthers. Spring Valley in the bonus the rest of the way, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals. And so inbounded to Marco. Marco across the timeline for the Cardinals. Over to Bauer. Bauer now top of the key to Bankston. Bankston back to Marco. Marco right wing. Now to Bauer. Bauer over to Bankston. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Berger. Berger quickly back across the timeline for the Panthers. Stop. Kicks it back out to the outside. And Diepenbrock. 3-ball. Shot no good. Crashing the glass is Peterson, but couldn't come up with it as Cotton comes up with it for the Cardinals. He'll go back the other way, puts up a shot, short, no good. Rebounded by Turner, shot no good. Jamison with the loose ball. He'll get it off to Berger, back to Jamison. Jamison, 3-ball. Jamison with the 3 after the pass from Berger. And so 58-31. Across the timeline now comes Marco. 3:42 remaining. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. Loose ball, jump ball. It'll stay Spring Valley ball. As fighting for it for the Panthers was Peterson. Getting some more changes here coming in now. Number 22, Lucas Recken coming in. Number 20, Jackson Pickler coming in. We're going to have a lot of the substitutes now coming in for Spring Valley as well, with 3:38 remaining. And Panthers leading 58-31. They are going to win this game. So inbounding it will be, looks like Dustin Raleigh, number 10. Looking, still looking, and inbounds it now to Marco. Marco, cross-court pass to Bauer. Bauer now over to Raleigh. Raleigh on the left wing. Now top of the key, Bauer, 3-ball, shot no good. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 33, Braden Gregg. And so inbounding it now to Recken. He'll bring it up across the timeline for the Panthers, leading 58-31. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. Peterson now. Around the horn we go, over to Diepenbrock. Diepenbrock back at center. Diepenbrock over to Jamison. Jamison to Reckon. Reckon top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And rebounded by Peavy. Peavy nearly double dribbled. Pass is intercepted, though, by Diepenbrock over to Reckon. Reckon back the other way now to Jamison. Jamison right wing. Long 3-ball. Wow, shot no good. Rebounded by Peavy. Peavy now over to Marco. Marco kicks it back out over to Raleigh. Raleigh now, or check that's Bauer. Over to Peavy now. Peavy top of the key to Raleigh. Pass is going to be intercepted. And coming up with it is Diepenbrock. Diepenbrock now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Peterson. Peterson to Reckon. Right wing 3-ball off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Bauer. Bauer over to Marco. Approaching the 2-minute mark. And 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Tip. Coming up with it is the Panthers, and that's Jamison. Jamison across the timeline now for the Panthers, leading 58-31. Over to Diepenbrock. Whistle travel. And so inbounding it now will be Peavy. Peavy inbounds it now to Marco. And Marco across the timeline for the Cardinals. And puts up a tough shot, whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2 as fouls on Reckon. Then coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. Hope to talk with Coach Radetsky. We'll also get some scores, hopefully, from around the area. First free throw is good, and then we'll also preview our next broadcast. Next free throw on the way. It rims out, no good. Tip. Coming up with it is the Panthers. And that was Peterson with the rebound. Over to Diepenbrock. Diepenbrock on the wing. On the right wing. Tries to drive inside. Puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Gregg. And on the far side is Peavy. Across the timeline now over to Marco. Minute 25 remaining. Whistle. Foul. Foul will be on Jamison. And so going to the line now is Bauer for the 1-and-1 bonus. Free throw on the way is good. Makes the first one. Thank you to Annabeth Seiler, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repairs. Call 672-8224 for Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service. Both free throws by Bauer are good. 58-34 Panthers, approaching the 1-minute mark. Over to Reckon now. Reckon to Diepenbrock. Back to Jamison to Diepenbrock. Diepenbrock up, lost the ball. Regains control. Now he's going to try and pass it inside. He does. Shot put up and no good by Jamison. Rebounded by Gregg. Gregg over to Peavy. Peavy across the timeline. Under a minute remaining. Back to Raleigh now. Raleigh at the free throw line. Has to kick it back out to the outside to Peavy. Peavy now around the horn we go to Marco. Long cross-court pass now over to Raleigh. Now driving inside, shot put up, no good. Out of bounds. It'll stay Cardinal ball as Panthers going to win this game tonight. 34 seconds remaining. And inbounded to Marco. Marco does a spin move now. Tries to take a shot by Reckon right in his face. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. 26 seconds remaining. Over to Bauer now. Bauer inside to Gregg. Gregg puts up a tough shot. Whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul's on Pickler. And so going to the line for 2 is Gregg. Thank you to Amplify Health by Gunderson. Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Gunderson Whitehall and Thrivent Financial downtown Durand. Your Thrivent Financial advisors, Tracy Fairweather and Carrie Scott, 114 West Main Street. Durand, Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. First free throw, no good. Second free throw on the way by Greg is good to make it 58-35. Quickly back the other way to Jamison. Jamison now in the corner. And Pickler kicks it back out to Jamison. Jamison drives inside, puts up a circus shot, no good. Rebounded by the Cardinals, 6 seconds remaining. PV quickly across the timeline. Trying to put up the shot. That's the end of the game. Panthers win it tonight by a score of 58-35. Durand, Arkansas wins it. And coming up, we have our Bowerville Panther postgame show being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mull Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bowerbuilt Panther postgame show, brought to you by Bowerbuilt Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mull Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bowerbuilt Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bowerbuilt Tire and Service on Mull Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bowerbuilt, built on service.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School, where tonight the Panthers win it by a score of 58-35. And running down scoring tonight for the Panthers, Kroleski had 5. Mack had 13. Berger had 14 on the night. Weisenbeck had 5. Fuentes had 2. Anderson had 6. Jamison had 3. And Bridung had 10 with the win. Panthers now are 6-0 in the Dunn St. Croix, 9-3 overall. Meanwhile, for Spring Valley, Trainer had 9. Hannock had 2. Bauer had 10. Cotton had 9. Bengston 3, Marco 1, and Greg 1. And with the loss, Cardinals now 1-4 in the Dunn St. Croix and 3-8 overall. Earlier tonight in the JV game, Durand, Arkansas won that game by a score of 51-37. As we'll look at see if we have some scores coming in from around the area on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. You can always follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. Some of the games we're following, Red Wing is at Northfield tonight in boys and girls hoops. Mondovi is at Elmwood Plum City, that in boys basketball. Amory at Ellsworth, also in boys hoops. Tonight, Ellsworth at Osceola and girls basketball. Baldwin Woodville at Amory. Meanwhile, Prescott at St. Croix Central in girls hoops. Stewartville at Lake City in girls basketball, while Lake City is at Stewartville in boys hoops. New Richmond at Hudson tonight in boys hoops. Boysville traveling to Colfax, again, boys basketball. Also, Menominee at Chippewa Falls in boys basketball tonight. Those are just a few of the games just coming in now. Fall Creek, they defeat Elk Mound boys basketball 71-49. So that's one of the first scores just coming in on the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Again, you can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. We're going to take one more break here and come back. Hope to talk with Coach Radetsky as well, and also preview our next broadcast that's coming up next. Oh, wait, Coach Radetsky coming right now. We're going to keep it right here. Coach joins us. And, Coach, pretty nice dominant win tonight. In the beginning, they had a brief lead, but they were hitting those threes, but you kind of made some adjustments, it seems like, defensively.
Yeah, a big part of tonight, like they're traditionally a lot of man all the time. Man-to-man. That's what Bossard's done forever. And, of course, I go, and then watch, guys, they'll come out in zone. And, of course, they came out in zone. And I really threw us for a loop right away. We were like, holy cow, they're playing some zone. They're always man-to-man. So I thought our guys, started figuring out a little bit. They were really packing it in. So we were open for three for a lot of them. And then we finally got a few of them going, and that opened some stuff up for us to find them inside or drive and dish inside. But our pressure kind of got them to it. I know Ethan Mack got out and transitioned a lot. They found him a lot, sneaking out and getting down there. And that helped stretch. Dylan Berger had a nice game, got a good couple back-to-back threes for us to stretch it a little bit as well.
Well, Mack had 13. I had Mack with 13, Berger with 14, and it did come from a lot of that transition.
Yeah, it really did. And I liked how the pressure we put on them. We mixed up three different presses that we do, and I thought, once we got into kind of our man press and trapping, that was kind of our best look. But proud of the guys on the plays they made and the shots that they knocked down. I would like to see us clean up some of those travels, kind of just bad turnovers, unforced turnovers. We're just slipping our pivot foot a little bit and multiple of them tonight. And I'm like, you can't do that. We got to clean that up. We're mid-season here. We gotta fix that. So I know the guys will. They'll come back. We'll work on some things there.
Well, again, nice win tonight, and you remain undefeated in the conference. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
That is Durand, Arkansas head coach Justin Radetzky. Again, coming up, we're going to pregame or preview our next broadcast here. We'll tell you all about that. It's going to be a little bit of a change in our schedule. We'll have more on that here coming up on our Bowerbilt Panther postgame show, being brought to you by Bowerbilt Tire and Service, Durand and Muldrive Eau Claire. It's Durand, Arkansas boys basketball on WRDN.
Your reputation is on the line? Go to the Midwest leader, Bowerbilt Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bowerbilt Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bowerbilt, built on service.
Welcome back to Durand, Arkansas High School, where tonight the Panthers win it 58-35. Our next broadcast will be on Thursday. It's going to be a doubleheader due to the severe cold that is being forecast for the region Friday, Saturday, and really even into Sunday. The game on Friday night has been moved to Thursday night, so we'll have a doubleheader Thursday night. The first game will be the boys taking on Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser. That game will begin at about 5:45. We'll have the preview or the pregame show at about 5:30, and then tip-off at 5:45. The girls' game will be immediately following that against Clear Lake. That was our regularly scheduled game. We'll have that immediately following the boys taking on Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser on Thursday. So doubleheader on Thursday due to, again, the game being moved from Friday to Thursday due to the severe cold that is expected here for the weekend. Once again, our final score, Durand, Arkansas wins it 58-35. You've been listening to Durand, Arkansas boys high school basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM, WRDN. Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, 107.3 FM translator, W297CH Durand. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great evening.